Hello and welcome back to the House of Da Vinci 2. In our last episode, we advanced into the secret library, I think is what it's called, and we are hopefully, or I think suspiciously near the end. We have a couple of puzzles to work out here with these doors, and then we need to advance down the hallway this way. But I noticed while I was watching the video during the chat that these are missing a couple of things here. So even if we wanted to skip those doors, we couldn't because we're going to need a couple of things. And I'm guessing they're in these door things. And so we found out last time that if we use this, we can access this one. And we can easily switch. Well, let's see. Actually, it probably goes that way, doesn't it? That way. And then that. Yes. And that gives us access to something that fell on the ground. A handle. All right. And that's got a handle with a 4-pointed section. Now, how do we get this other door open? Or does that slide aside? Apparently not. We might need to flip. Actually, I want to test this out, because also I think we can do this, and then that. Turn this door, but does that get me access to anything that I didn't have access to before? It doesn't seem so. Unless... Well, these do something. And that gives us access to the other one. Okay, so that's what we got to do. Now we got to turn this back the other way again. Alright. Almost. There it is. Pick that up too, and that's a handle with an 8-pointed section. Those are the two handles we needed. Was there anything else we needed to do on that door over there? I don't think so. Unless there was something on the outside, but I don't think there's anything on the far side of it either. So let's go ahead and put these in here. If there is, then we'll have to come back to it. Because the game won't let us proceed without it, probably. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is like ultra complicated. Nice. Now let's see, that one is not correct that way. This one over here. Well, actually, let's just do it this way. You need to find which way this one lines up correctly, which is that way. But then we need to also link these across, which means that this needs to go here, there, here, and there, but that doesn't line up correctly here nor there. So this isn't correct, which means that we need to rotate this one time and then line it up again, but I think we have to then start over, kind of, to figure out which way these line up again, I think. That's not it. One. Yes, but then that gets me the same thing here, which is not what we want at all. So, does that mean that there's another option for the way that this rotation works? Or am I just gonna have to keep turning this handle here? I'm gonna do that option, and then we'll see. If not, we'll have to try something else. Unless there's a hint. There's no hint. Oops, wrong button. Back in there. Got it. Here we are. This one? Nope. Okay, so clockwise here. Match. Yes, and then this passes off that one, so this is already something different, which is good because that might mean that we're close to it. You, and you? No. Nope. Okay, so rotate one more time, and this is the fourth one, I think, here, so that means that we are possibly finished. Possibly. That one. This comes back to here, though, and I think that's what we had before. Although this one could be rotated too, right? Yes, so that doesn't help me any. Okay, I'm an idiot. Alright, so then we rotate this one, maybe. I don't know which way, though, because we had a couple of different options for how the handoff works. And that wasn't it. We have to just keep... Ah! No. That was there. Okay, so there. There, here, there. Alright, there it is. Open the door. Proceed. Alright, you've got a little thing here on the side I saw. And that gets me access to something that needs another piece. There's something missing there that might get us access to opening that little trapdoor there. Don't see anything there, but there is something here. This turns. Go. Then we get a key of some shape out of there. A small key. I think that goes in the other end. Is there anything else on this side over here? Just takes me back to you. That too. Okay. Let's go back to the other side and do this. That works. It does. And then we slide it. And that opens this up. Gives us a gear that we can manipulate and open. Oh, this opens up. Okay. That. Another key. And nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And does that gear let us keep going in either direction? No, it's done now. Okay, just checking. Up there. I don't see anything, so how about this door? And probably this key. Handle. Free key. And is this it? Is this the secret library? We shall see. Ah. Hey, Leo. He didn't hear me. Alright, just scribbled something. Anything useful in what we scribbled here? So this is not yet. We're not yet in the secret library. We're still on our way there, according to my notes there. So we do have a keyhole of some kind here. Let's see. Anything else in this area? No. That wood looks a little weird right there, but that might just be grain. Okay. A rope up there, though. So there's some kind of a pulley system in this bookshelf. Of course, we have a door here that has... Now, it's locked in an unconventional way, or must be opened in an unconventional way. We've got a metal ornament. And I see green symbols down there on the thing. 3 green lines. Okay. I don't know what that's gonna mean yet, but we'll find out eventually, I suspect. Somebody's been drawing a weird eye there. 2 yellow symbols there, or lines there rather. That's good. There's probably gonna be 2 more colors someplace. I'm guessing, or at least 1 more color, because we need a 1, but I'm guessing there's 2 more. You pretty much obviously go there, because there's 1 on that side and this one's missing. Do we pull them both down? Push them both up? Find the right spot. Oh yeah, there's a mechanical bit behind the screen there. A circular ornament. Okay. Oh, you should probably do a quick scan for any other mechanical bits. You have a portal? There's a blue line. I just saw portal lines. Maybe that's always what you see when you open this thing up. I just never noticed them before. That's the only mechanical bit I see, unless it's something that's hidden behind something we can't yet do. So, blue, yellow, green, at least. Let's see. Does this thing go with that for any reason? I haven't looked at it, really. It could. It looks like it could. Ah, yes. Blue. Yellow. Green. Oh, there's where the ropes come in. Okay. We have a wheel here that moves these things. Any hidden mechanics here? The portal, I think, in there's out of this wall. I think that's why I'm seeing that. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so let's see what you guys do. Do you guys slide? Are they supposed to slide? Where are they supposed to go? Okay, but then what? How do I get them to go further, or are they supposed to go further, or is there more to this puzzle that I don't know? Probably the latter. There's maybe something missing in there. No mechanical bits. Take another quick look around here. I feel like I should be able to open this book. I know, 3 green. I got it. Two yellow there. I already did this. Nothing else hidden in there. What is the deal with this puzzle? It looks like there's... It feels like there's something missing. There's no, like, distinguishing marks between the 3 of these, so as far as I can gather, they would go wherever they feel like going. Oh. Okay. Well, that's how you move them, then. Alright, so let's do this, then. Never mind. Never mind. That can realign this way, and then that can realign that way. And then we need to get you over there. And come down here, maybe? How did I do that? Do they fall where they're not connected? Yes, they do. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay, then. I'm guessing that's going to be an impediment as well. Okay, that makes... No, actually, it's not an impediment. Well, that's a horse of a different color, then. So how do I get this all the way down to the bottom? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I might see how this works. So you go there. You go here. No. I need to use the 3 of them to lift this up to get one of these things on the bottom, I think. It means that you're not in the right spot. But then... you might go there. No, you might not. You might go here, and then you might go there. And this can come over, and we can attach those there. Then that doesn't do me a whole lot of good, because as soon as I disconnect them, they come apart. I don't think that helped me any either. Can I somehow bring... Wait a minute, how'd that work? That would be a bug. Hmm. How do I get that one down the bottom there? I think what I actually need is to connect this one to the top, but not to that top, to this top. Maybe? Well, then you can't pass the ring, though. Hmm. Oh, right there maybe then. Now I think I've got the wrong ones in the wrong spots. I think this one still needs to be down here near the bottom. Down here near the bottom. If I did that, that doesn't help me either. Wait, this is tough. I don't want this one to fall, which means that I want it connected to this one using a high spot. Or do I? That's a toughie. Let's see. If I connect those there, though... and that pushes those way down there. Keep tossing the screen around here. I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. It's got to be like a stair-step thing, where each subsequent one is one higher than the next one kind of thing. I think. That's backwards, though. This most definitely needs to connect into the bottommost they can reach. But how do I make that reach more? Is there something with this that allows me to lock something in place? Or something? Need you to do this. Maybe. I don't think this is going to be it, but... oh, I didn't have to get them all up. I just had to get this open up to get these doors open. Okay. I thought I was supposed to, like, move them all over to the right side. Alright, so that opens the door. Anything else in here to do? I realized I was just supposed to connect them all to lift them up high enough. An objective would have been nice there. This would be it. This would be the secret library. Okay, the door closed. Why was I so whatevered about the door closing? Because it's latched, I guess? Yeah. Alright, so A through B. First off, do this. Anything we can see here, there's a portal here. I'm thinking we're supposed to go in there, even though there's a dude over there. 1466. Oh yeah, that's not creepy at all. And that's probably the dude we saw early on. And that's the portal back. So I did see the portal on the other side of this wall, by the way. You've got a key. Gain the key to the sanctum of the secret library in the final chapter. Well, that was lucky. Okay, and now there's no portal left. And there's no mechanical indications here. And so how do we use said key? Anything we can do with it? Okay, it's got a T-shaped thing there with different teeth on it, so it's like a three-dimensional key. But none of these locks are interactable. Well, give me a chance to figure it out on my own first. Hint. Thank you. Is there something else I'm missing? He also had this kind of opened up in a different way on the end here. Aha! There it is. Before I do that, was there anything else that was like that I missed? They're well-worn things, but it doesn't look like... Interesting pan and scan here. Doesn't look like there's any other manipulatable bits on the end here. So, at least in theory, this is all we can do is this. So go in there. Key it open. Uh-huh. And this is it. In the year 1200
In the year 1212 since the birth of Christ, Friedrich, the only son of Heinrich Stauffer, to his father's glorious throne arose. By Providence chosen, though only 16 years old, clever and strong, he was a king most bold. Challenges were plentiful, but his judgments full of wisdom. Soon many a vassal, duke, or lord swore fealty to his kingdom. Monarch Roger, a patron to the erudite and all the wise men, every scholar, no matter the faith, was welcomed to his realm. His deeds were glorious, his subjects loved him more and more, his dominion prospered like never before.
Poetic.
Soon the rumors were spread from the east to the west about Roger, the ruler of Christians, by God himself blessed. This praise reached Pope Gregory, but he froze, irked by hearing of another man as one God chose. Gregory's envy would lead to consequences most dire. No living soul could save Friedrich from his ire. With excommunication being his only other fate, Roger rode to Palestine on a crusade to save his state. Even with his most trusted knights, a dangerous proposition. Journey long, perilous and exhausting, a truly risky mission. Many a good man dead due to illness or fatigue. That was the true terror of the Pope's intrigue. One day a desert storm came, raged and refused to wane, threatening to end both their lives and the campaign. It seemed that for the Emperor's army all hope was lost. Sentries were ordered to find shelter, no matter the cost. At the last moment, the group's scouts spotted a cave. Though ominous and sinister, they must choose to be brave. Rogger's men entered the grotto with uneasy feel, making camp in surroundings that were most unreal. Days went by, the storm unwavering, no sign it would clear. Friedrich and his chosen explored their shelter without fear. Delving deeper into their shelter, anything but small, dark passages lined by pillars receded to a large hall. Friedrich and his company were men loyal and seasoned, but in their hearts was dread which could not be reasoned. Architecture meant not for living men, vast and bold, perhaps chiseled by some mysterious giants of old. Distracted from his reverie by a glimmer of light, Rogger saw a part of metal buried in the sand upright. A machine, a gate, centuries old, with it he must return. What trove of lost knowledge from it could he learn? Friedrich, albeit short on time, researched that device. Its power to grant wisdom should more than suffice. Gate to the Temple of Wisdom, the device was now called. It would lead to understanding of deep truths unequaled. In much higher spirits, knights loaded the gate on the caravan, and once again their journey, their crusade has began. The dread lifted, resolve firmer than ever before, no longer fearful of what for them lay in store. No more was the journey punishment meant by the Pope. Now their quest was meaningful, their hearts full of hope. In the end, Rogger gained control of Jerusalem without blood spilt, opened the Holy Land to pilgrims again, defensive walls rebuilt. City's crown rested on Emperor's noble head, with wise Sultan Al-Kamil he shared his bread. People sang only praise for their emperor once again. With glory and magnificence, he continued his reign. Through the gate to the Temple of Wisdom, Friedrich often went. To learn its secrets, to further knowledge was his lustrous intent. He worked closely with those most loyal, those he chose. Thus, a new order of knights noble, order of justice, arose. Emperor Friedrich, always at their point, titled Grand Master, felt he did enough to sate Pope's anger, averted disaster. But to Gregory's ears were whispered rumors terrible, stories about a deal with the devil and lies unbearable, about how Rogger's order was built to conceal a devil's gift, and since the Pope believed it, it caused an irreparable rift. Not long before the Emperor was excommunicated, by all the people of faith, he was to be isolated. Residents of Jerusalem who just a year ago called him their savior, now cast him out, the Pope to blame for this behavior. The Emperor by this iniquity was aback taken. All the Pope's intrigues left him quite shaken. When he finally retreated to Italy and his throne, he lived for his order of justice and his land alone. Rogger guarded the secrets of the order, for his enemies would not cease. Wanted the gate more than secure, no longer believing in peace. a plan born both from his genial mind and godly inspiration. To build a fortress for the Order, to be held in awe by the whole nation. To the castle's construction, he devoted his life. 8 massive walls to survive any strife. 8 watchtowers with windows peering over the countryside. Eternally guarded by 8 men most loyal and eagle-eyed. 8 sides to the courtyard for the men to meet and rest. In the middle of it all, an 8-sided podium protected best. On this podium, the gate to the Temple of Wisdom was erected. By all the knights, not to be worshipped, but to be respected. So it was created. For both the lost and the wise it did shine. Templum Justitia, the temple of justice, the castle, the shrine. It was quarters of the Order by the wise Placentinus foretold. Inside were troves of wisdom and power, more precious than gold. Even for the wise and powerful flies the time. Men became old, children rose to their prime. After the death of Rogga, Grand Master first, others came, best of the Order in wisdom versed. One after another silent, hidden, but each of virtue measure, the gate to the Temple of Wisdom, always their treasure. Generation after generation, the secret was keeping, wealth and wisdom gaining, never relenting, never sleeping. But the year 1465 after Christ came, and for the Order of Justice, the world was never the same.
There he is! Look up! In the window, across the room! Get him!
Shut the door. Ooh. Cliffhanger. And achievement earned. Something about a librarian. I didn't catch it before it flashed away. So that was a much more invested story, I would say, than the first game. The first game was really just, I guess, about more about escape room type of thing, and then this one kind of focused on a bit more of a storyline, which was kind of nice to have. There is the third game, and I will play the third game in the near future, but it won't be immediately. Oh, I got runner and walker achievements as well by finishing the game in under 7 and 10 hours, respectively. It took me 5:51:21. That's not so bad. So yeah, we'll play the third game, but not right away. I do have other stuff that I really want to fit onto my channel, so we'll give it a little bit of a break. I'm not sure how long, a few weeks maybe at the most, and we'll be back in and we'll play the third game right after this one, in the very near future, which I assume picks up right after this one, after traveling through that Terran space-time or whatever that was. But this was very interesting, very I don't know, compelling storyline in this game, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what the next one might bring. But for now, we'll leave this here, and in that next visit we play or take to this game, or to this game series, it'll be the third game, and we'll see where the story picks up. What goes on. I did notice that 1465 was the last year that was mentioned in the story, and 1466 happens to be the time that we were jumping back to, at least in that last couple of jumps. So there's definitely something tying us in, and it'll be interesting to see what it is, but that'll have to wait for Game 3. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I hope you're looking forward to the third game in a couple of more weeks. But for now, we'll leave this here, and we will be back with that third game at some point then. And stay tuned on my channel for other new content, new games, and new stuff as time goes. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.